Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a healthy grocery haul with you guys. If you watch my Instagram, you guys know that on March 1st I started keto. I thought I would experiment with it for the month of March just to see how I feel because of all the research of the benefits of, it heals your gut, it helps with weight loss, it helps with inflammation, and so much more. So I thought I would put it to the test for you guys, which means I needed to stock up on some really great things for it. But this is also just great things that I already had in my pantry or that I normally buy, but I just got extra for it. No matter if you follow keto or not, you're gonna find benefit with this. And I'm also gonna show you some meal prep and some ideas for you as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first off is Costco. Costco is great because you can get a lot of healthy things for cheaper. And Canada isn't as good as the US. The US Costco, guys, is so good. So if you live in the US, I would highly recommend belonging there because you pay a lot less for your produce and organic things too, organic meats and stuff. So it's super worth it. But yeah, I live in Canada, so I did get some things. First off, I got some almond butter. I love using their almond butter because it's a lot more affordable than buying the small jars. So I buy this one. Again, this was, I think, $12 for the big one, which is huge. This is almost a kilogram. Another thing I always stock up on at Costco is the Chosen Foods avocado oil. So you get a whole liter. I feel like it's $12 or $13. It's really like a super good price. So that's where I always get this. And anytime you're cooking above 350 degrees, you want to use avocado oil. So both coconut oil and olive oil have a smoke point of 350 degrees, which means if you're roasting or baking at 400 or 425 with those, then what's going to happen is it's going to cause oxidizing free radicals because of the smoke point. It physically denatures the oil. So to be safe, you definitely want to use avocado oil. Keeping on the trend, I did find these two avocado oil sprays just to make it easier if I don't want to pour the oil, and it was a good price at Costco. Also picked up a huge tub of coconut oil. Now this is virgin. You want to make sure you get the virgin one and not the refined one. But again, look how huge this is. This is definitely a really good buy at Costco, and so yeah. At Costco, I also picked up some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. These are just organic. You want to make sure your poultry is organic. It's super important because you don't want to be eating everything you eat, like every animal product that you eat what that animal eats. So if that animal is eating genetically modified corn, then you're eating that. So you definitely want to get organic, and they have a really good price at it at Costco. I got all of these for $25, and I would say 3 thighs are a meal. So I'm gonna get 5 meals for $25, which is really good. And chicken thighs have a little bit more fat than breasts, so it's gonna be good for me on keto. And another thing they had at Costco was some organic blueberries. I got this giant tub for less than $7, and normally buy meat, the small clamshells for organic blueberries are $6.99. So I was able to get, I would say there's at least 3 clamshells in here. So moving on to just some other things that I picked up. I got these Pacific Organic Chicken Bone Broth Low Sodium, and they come in these little tiny Tetra Packs, so I thought they'd be really good for on the go or bringing to clinic. They have 1 net carb and 2 grams of protein, so it's not super high in protein, but I can add collagen to it, like the collagen peptides, and then have a sip of this or just take it on the go for something savory to sip. I'm definitely a savory person, so if I don't want a tea, I feel like this is just a savory tea in my opinion. So got that. Got some frozen cauliflower. Now this is a cool thing I learned from one of my friends, is that frozen vegetables are actually flash blanched a little bit so that when you defrost them, they actually are really crunchy and crisp already. So what I plan to do for this is just to open it and let it thaw out and then keep it in my fridge to throw into meals throughout the week. And frozen can also be a lot more affordable too. So don't be afraid of frozen, because frozen is actually frozen at its peak freshness and nutrition wise. So it can actually be more nutritious than fresh. And like I said, a great hack is just to let it defrost, and then it's perfectly al dente. Guys, I forgot produce bags, so please do not leave me hate in the comments. And also Whole Foods does have recyclable plastic, so I will put these in recycling. But I loaded up on zucchini with keto, and you want to load up on lower carb vegetables. That's your leafy greens, zucchini, bok choy, that's again their leafy green. You basically need to stay away from sweet potato and carrot. Those are kind of the more higher carb vegetables, but anything that's like green for the most part is more keto friendly. So I loaded up on 4. I also loaded up on broccoli. Again, cruciferous vegetables are really good for lower carb. Broccoli is one of my favorite things in the world too, like one of my favorite vegetables. So load up on that. I did get some green beans that I already opened. Well, we had some for dinner last night, but these were actually from Costco. So you get this huge bag and they were already trimmed already. So, I mean, a little bit of convenience, but green beans, again, I just try to diversify as many vegetables as I can so that I still get all my nutrients. I feel like a lot of people, when they do keto, they think it's bacon and cheese, and I don't even eat cheese, so that's not gonna happen. And I'm definitely like, bacon might be a once in a while if it's like a paleo or nitrate free, but you want to build your meals around healthy fats, a little bit of protein, and then lots and lots of like green veggies. So spinach, and I already had some spinach, otherwise I would have bought some, but like bok choy and all those leafy greens are going to be great for you. A huge staple in like healthy keto is avocados. So avocados are really rich in fiber too. You get 9 grams of fiber per half an avocado, which is good. They're loaded with healthy fats and they're really versatile. You can make salad dressings, sauces. You can make a chocolate mousse, like a avocado pudding dessert. I honestly plan on just carrying an avocado with me to clinic and around because it's a great snack that's lower carb and lots of healthy fats. And you can just literally scoop out and eat an avocado. I picked up some butter leaf lettuce. So this is my favorite lettuce to use for lettuce cups. You can also use romaine, but these are good for bunless burgers or for any kind of protein sandwiches or like a wrap like you see here. Again, it's basically just exchanging bread for that. I picked up some unsweetened almond milk. This is just plain organic unsweetened. It only has 0 net carbs per cup, which is going to be good in smoothies and things like that. I also got some free run eggs. These are just the Vita Eggs brand. These are ones that have really nice dark yolk. They're my favorite brand of egg. Again, egg is going to be a staple just for breakfasts in the morning, for good things that are on the go, like making those cups and stuff like that. So definitely got some eggs. And the last thing I picked up was a few cans of the coconut milk from Whole Foods. This is my favorite brand, is the 365, so it's their house brand. And it is 1 net carb per half cup, but it's loaded with healthy fats. So I really plan on like chia pudding for this week for my breakfast with a little bit of the blueberry. So with berries, you have to watch because they are higher in carbs, but you can have like half a cup. So I plan on having like chia pudding, which you're going to see me prep really soon because it's super simple. But guys, I make the best chia pudding, promise. So the first thing we're gonna make is some chia pudding. My secret to chia pudding, like I showed you guys, is using canned coconut milk. So this one. If you use just plain almond milk, it's not gonna taste as good. It's not gonna fill you up because unsweetened almond milk doesn't have fats, and fats fill you up. So we're gonna make that. It's literally just coconut milk, chia seeds, and then a little bit of vanilla, and then the collagen is optional. So I'm just gonna let this kind of defrost till tomorrow morning, and then it's gonna be ready to throw into salads and bowls and everything like that. So for the chicken thighs, I have my cast iron pan. I'm gonna add in just a little bit of avocado oil so it doesn't stick. And then for seasoning, I'm just using this to keep it fairly neutral so that throughout the week I can use the chicken thighs for many different things. I also got some broccoli just ready to be steamed. The broccoli is now in the ice bath just to stop it from cooking. And then I have my green beans, which I'm going to steam for about 3 minutes. So I'm gonna make some little cookie dough bites that are gonna help get me through the week when I need something quick. And I will leave the macros in the description in case you're following keto, but each of them only has half a gram of net carbs, which is really good. So you're gonna need some hemp seeds, some coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of stevia sweetened chocolate chips. I like these ones from Lily's, some cinnamon, and some vanilla. So to make them, you just add everything into a blender, and then we're gonna pulse it a few times so that it's gonna stick together. So once you have your pulsed mixture, I literally pulsed it 3 times in the blender, 1, 2, 3. Just adding in the 2 tablespoons. You're gonna mix this together and chill it for 30 minutes. So to measure them out, I'm just using a tablespoon. I find this easier. And so all the macros would be for like 1 tablespoon of the cookie. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these into the freezer for about 30 minutes until they're set, and then you have these perfect little bites or bombs that you can snack on during the week. So now that they're hard, they've been in the freezer for about 25 minutes. I'm just gonna store them in my stasher bag, and then I can have them throughout the week. So this is my prep. I divided the chia pudding into 3 different breakfasts. My broccoli is cool, as well as my green beans, and then my chicken thighs. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you got some inspiration for your meal ideas. And my next one is going to be a what I eat in a day, so you can see how I took all my prep and I make a bunch of different meals for throughout the day. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.